The other day, my girlfriend and I were watching her favorite YouTube influencers. They were featuring their dream garage. It was filled with Lamborghinis, Bugattis, Ferraris, and all that. And she asked me, what was my dream car? The type of car that you have on your wallpaper. And I said, it's a Civic Type R. And she asked me, am I crazy? Why would you like a family car as your dream car? I gotta tell you one thing, this isn't the regular Civic. What we have right here is this. That's right, it's a Civic Type R. What's going on, guys? Roy Robles here from Zigwheels.Ph, and today we'll be taking a look at the Civic Type R. That's right, we have the Honda Civic Type R. When I asked Honda if we can get the opportunity to review this front-wheel drive monster, I wasn't really expecting to be taken seriously. Yet here we are, the Honda Civic Type R in all its championship white glory. This Honda Civic Type R comes in what's called Championship White, which was inspired by Honda's first successful Formula 1 stint. It came in a white colorway with a red circle up front for its livery and represents the Japanese flag. As you can see, that's what this classic Honda Civic Type R color scheme looks up to, and with the radical body kit, it might as well be at home at any Formula 1 event. People find inspiration in souping up their own cars from the Honda Civic Type R. Nothing can still beat the real thing. Well, someone who might not care about cars might not be able to tell the difference between this Type R with a regular top-of-the-line Honda Civic. And since you're watching this, you and I both know that there's a certain special sauce to this car. Sharing the same design as the regular old Civic, the Type R is more aggressively styled. Starting for that front end, you'll see an obnoxiously loud front bumper design that at first look might look like actual grills with holes in them heading towards the engine, but if you look closer, you'll see that they're actually just blocked out. Alright, you tuners, sneaky mods out there, what is the easiest way to modify your car to make it perform great and look great as well? It's gotta be those mags, and the Civic Type R's got those amazing blacked out Berlina black 20-inch Type R wheels. The exterior is full of bits that make the Type R grab everyone's attention. Honda engineers say that every little bit of detail on the Type R was meant to serve a specific purpose, and the design, no matter how garish, from the front splitter, wide stance thanks to the extended front and rear body panels, as well as that big old wing, and funky vortex generators on the base of the roof, gives the Type R more downforce. This is the pre-facelifted version of the Civic Type R. An updated one with some updated styling is available at dealerships right now. That just means that there are a few cosmetic changes here and there. It still retains the same full LED lights, triple exhaust pipes, and of course that seriously unique in our market Civic hatchback form factor. With 3 exhaust pipes, all logic would dictate that this would be one loud Civic Type R. But check this out. Being a hatchback, the Honda Civic Type R is more functional than it's supposed to be. I mean, check this out. Opening the rear hatch, you've got space for all your stuff, and those rear seats actually fold with a 60-40 split, and they fold pretty flat for all your huge items. I mean, what kind of race car can you use as a daily car and use for groceries, guys? Honda Civic Type R, that's what. Lifting the hood of the Civic Type R is a cinch. Why is that? It's made of aluminum. That you're no longer in Kansas anymore, Toto. Or in this case, a regular Civic. For starters, you get a special Type R instrument cluster that has red illumination and a 7-inch full-color screen that displays your current driving mode, throttle and brake input display, turbo meter, rev indicator, G meter, and you can even measure your own lap time. I'm glad to report that there's also a nice 7-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto pumping out tunes through 8 speakers. The Civic Type R abound like the special Type R serial number plate on the shifter, classic titanium shift knob, although the iconic billiard ball aluminum shift knob has since been updated to shape a bit longer for ergonomics sake. You got aluminum sports pedals, red seat belts, and that sweet Type R racing seats.
Check this out. They're heavily bolstered, but they're pretty supportive and comfortable. Gives you that perfect driving position. And the steering wheel is adjustable for both rake and reach.
Another thing different from the current year model Civic Type R is the inclusion of Honda Sensing. Honda Sensing is a suite of active and passive safety features that ensures a safe drive. Standard features are still there, like airbags, ABS with the electronic brake distribution, traction control, those huge Brembo brake discs. But of course, it's great to have Honda Sensing in cars. It doesn't hurt to get cars smart these days.
So here we are behind the wheel of the Honda Civic Type R, and guys, it's been a long time coming. I can't tell you how long I've waited for this moment. I thought that this day would never come. Here it is, and boy howdy does it deliver. 306 horsepower, 400 newton meters of torque under that hood. A 2-liter turbocharged VTEC engine. VTEC and turbo finally together equals 100% fun. And what do I think of it? It's amazing. Around town, it definitely drives like a Honda Civic. I've owned a Civic for the longest time right now, and whew, the turbo actually spools as early as 2,500 RPM, and that is crazy. Crazy. Oh. If you drive this around town, it feels like a regular Civic. Remember, we reviewed the Honda Civic RS. It's right here. Check that out. And I've said that it was a fun drive, and yet this is a fun drive times 10, because if you ease on the accelerator, it's fine. It's a pretty tame car, although it doesn't look like a tame car. It's got that crazy body kit. But if you drive it like a normal person around town, it feels like a Civic. Oh, it's got 3 driving modes. The standard mode, the default mode when you start the car is, of course, sport mode. That's when everything is set to its not natural settings. And then you've got comfort mode. All you gotta do to switch it down to that mode is just toggle right here next to the shifter. But if you want that hardcore Type R experience, just switch it up to plus R mode. There's 2 switches right there from comfort, and there. The gauges turn red. The suspension is all hardened up, and I gotta say, it's an experience. It's definitely something to, it's something. Now, about the driving experience, that suspension, even though you've set it up to comfort mode, it's still pretty harsh. No thanks to those 20-inch mags that you got there on very low-profile tires. I mean, it's good for gripping around the track, it's good for handling, but it's not going to be your best friend if you're just driving this around. Now, another thing about the suspension, those adaptable suspensions, definitely something to behold. I mean, I've driven a couple of lowered or cars with suspension has been modified, but Honda definitely knows what they're doing, and leave it to Honda for knowing exactly what their car needs and their car wants. I know a lot of guys who modify their suspension, putting expensive coilovers, lowering springs, polyurethane bushings and all that, and it just ruins the ride. I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, you're definitely going to ruin your ride, and a lot of people just gonna sell off their cars. Honda, being as they are, you know, man maximum, machine minimum, they've got a driver to passenger experience spot on. I mean, they're racy. They keep you in position despite spirited driving. But it's still comfortable. I mean, I got a passenger here, I had a passenger here, and they say that they never knew that sport seats are actually this comfortable. Now about visibility. Visibility, being a Honda Civic hatchback, it's great. I mean, what other car provides you this type of power, this type of handling, but this kind of versatility and usefulness at the same time? You can see two people in the back. You can load a whole lot of cargo in the cargo room back there. That wing at the back would be detrimental to the visibility. Nuh-uh. Look at that. The wing isn't there. It's too high up. One of the considerations to buying a Honda Civic is fuel economy. And around the city, you'd be getting around 6 kilometers per liter in the city. And wow. 6 kilometers per liter in the city for a 300 horsepower car. Wow. Pricing for the Honda Civic Type R, well, it starts at 3,210,000 pesos. Now, some people might get turned off by that. Why the hell would I pay more than 3 million pesos for a Honda Civic? Guys, you gotta remember, this is a Honda Civic Type R, all right? It's not a regular Honda Civic. It's not your mom's Honda Civic. It's not your kuya's SIR. Nope, there's no SI. There's no RS. This is a legit Type R. And if you buy this right now, I'm no longer a stockbroker or anything, but 2-to-1, I think that this is definitely gonna pay dividends in the future. Leave it stock, leave it unadulterated, and who knows? You might even earn a profit from this car.
So we are at the cusp of having a new generation Honda Civic, and with that, a new Honda Civic Type R. Now, until that day comes, this Honda Civic Type R, the FK8, still remains the king of all front-wheel drive Hondas. What do you think? Do you think that a Honda Civic Type R warrants as a great dream car and a family car at the same time? Leave us a comment in the comment section down below, and while you're at it, subscribe to our channel, like this video, and make sure that you hit that notification icon so that you're alerted whenever we upload a new video. Once again, it's Roy Robles from Zigwheels.Ph. I'll see you guys next time.